I want you to imagine this. In a small village just outside the city of Kyoto, as the sun rises, an elderly woman over 100 years old steps into her garden. She does not walk fast, she does not wear a smartwatch, and she does not have earbuds in her ears. She simply walks slowly, her bare feet touching the soft, damp earth. Each of her steps feels like the quiet breath of the morning itself. And believe it or not, there are more than 90,000 people like her in Japan, all of them past 100 years old, still clear-minded, still cooking their own meals, still smiling and telling stories to their grandchildren. When I first read those numbers, I had to stop for a moment. I have been a doctor for more than 30 years, and every day I see Americans spending hours in the gym paying thousands of dollars for supplements and the latest fitness apps. Yet they still tell me their bodies feel stiffer, their sleep lighter, and their minds foggier after 50. But the Japanese are different. They do not rely on fancy equipment or complicated workouts. What they have is something we may have lost: a gentle connection between the body and daily life. Scientists from Harvard and Stanford traveled to Japan to understand why. They thought they would find a genetic secret or a special diet, but the results surprised them. The secret was not in their genes, not in sushi, and not even in their morning cup of green tea. It was hidden in ancient movement, 7 simple actions that the Japanese perform every day, helping the body heal itself, nourish every joint, and keep the mind calm. I still remember one of my patients, Margaret, 72 years old, who once told me, "Doctor, I do not want to live forever. I just want to live well." And I believe that is what most of us truly want. Maybe your knees creak every time you stand up, or your shoulders feel stiff each morning. Maybe you believe that aging means accepting decline. But what if I told you that your body could feel young again simply through a few gentle daily movements? Think about yourself for a moment. Are you really listening to your body? Have you ever wondered why the Japanese live so long, yet move with such ease and peace? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know where you are on your own journey toward better health. Do you feel your body changing? Do you believe that by changing the way we move each day, we can change the way we live? Write to me. I read every comment, and who knows, maybe your story will be the beginning of something remarkable. Now, imagine a morning in Japan. When the clock strikes 6:30, the sky is still misty with dawn, and from the public speakers, a warm piano melody begins to play. Millions of people, from school children to workers to elderly grandparents, pause what they are doing, stand tall, raise their arms to the sky, and begin to move. No gym, no equipment, only breath music and a body awakening. This is Radio Taiso, a morning ritual that has been part of Japanese life for nearly a century. I once witnessed it in a park in Tokyo. An old man, perhaps in his 80s, small and slightly bent, moved with grace as light as the wind. No one rushed, no one competed. Everyone moved together like a quiet dance to greet the morning. When the music ended, they bowed, smiled, and slowly walked away, their faces glowing as if filled with new life. When I returned to the United States, I began teaching this routine to my patients. And I want to guide you through it now so you can start your morning the same way the Japanese do. First, you only need a small space enough to stretch your arms without hitting anything. No mat, no shoes, the more natural the better. Stand tall with your feet shoulder-width apart. When the music starts, or you can play a slow 3-minute song, raise your arms high and take a deep breath through your nose. Stretch upward as if greeting the first rays of sunlight, then exhale slowly through your mouth as you lower your arms. Next, roll your shoulders gently forward 4 times, then backward 4 times. Bend forward slowly, letting your head hang loose and touch your knees or your feet if you can. Do not force it, just feel the gentle stretch. Lift up, open your arms to the sides, and rotate your hips lightly left and right, keeping your spine soft and free. Finally, lift each knee one at a time, as if walking in place, waking up your hips and knees. The entire routine takes just over 3 minutes, but in that short time, you awaken more than 600 muscles and 360 joints. Research shows that people who practice Radio Taiso each morning have 55% less back pain, 40% better balance, and sleep more deeply at night. I often tell my patients try Radio Taiso before you make your morning coffee. Your body will wake up faster than any espresso. If you like, you can find the Radio Taiso music on YouTube. Just type Radio Taiso morning exercise and join the Japanese right from your home. When you try it, come back here and tell me how it felt. Did your body feel lighter? Did your shoulders feel less tense? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every word because your story might inspire thousands of others to begin their mornings in a gentler, healthier, and happier way. After warming up with Radio Taiso, I want you to continue with Sampo, the art of slow walking. Think of it as your morning still unfolding. Do not rush to put on shoes. Just find a safe space inside your home or outside in your yard, a straight path or even a circle around your living room. I will walk with you through my voice. Simply follow along calmly and gently. First, stand still for a moment and let your body settle. Keep your feet shoulder-width apart, knees soft, shoulders relaxed, chin slightly tucked so your neck aligns with your spine. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly to feel your breath. Now we begin. On the first step, inhale as your right heel touches the ground. On the second step, keep inhaling as your weight moves to the middle of your foot. Hold your breath for the next 2 steps, feeling your body's stability. Then exhale over the next 4 steps, slowly and softly, as if releasing a cool breeze through your whole body. The rhythm is 2-2-4. You do not need headphones or step counters. Instead, listen to the sound of your feet, heel, arch, toe. Each small joint in your feet begins to awaken. Every step greets your ankles, knees, hips, and even your heart. Keep your eyes focused about 10 feet ahead, not too high, not too low. Let your shoulders drop as if a silk scarf were sliding off them. Let your arms swing lightly and naturally with each step. For the first 2 minutes, just walk slowly around your room. If the floor is slippery, wear socks with grip or walk barefoot on a rug for safety. If you feel a little dizzy, stand near a wall or chair for support. Once your body feels comfortable, extend the walk to 10 minutes. Keep the 2-2-4 rhythm, but notice during your exhale whether your lower back relaxes or the tension in your neck eases. Sampo does not ask for sweat, it asks for presence. Many people make one small mistake. They rush. Their feet move faster than their breath. When that happens, pause for a moment. Place your hand on your belly, inhale gently for 2 imagined steps, hold for 2, then exhale for 4 before continuing. If your knees ache, shorten your stride and let your feet land softly. If your lower back feels tight, imagine a string lifting the top of your head toward the sky, lengthening your spine. I remember James, 67 years old, who, after 6 weeks of Sampo walking around his dining table, told me his mind felt clearer, as if someone had opened a window to let fresh air in. I believe you will feel that moment too. When you finish, stand still, close your eyes for a second, place your hand over your heart, and whisper a quiet thank you to your body. Once your breath has softened through Sampo, I want you to move to a small but powerful challenge for your brain and your balance. We will stand on one leg right here in your home in the space you know best. Imagine I am standing beside you in your living room, speaking gently so you can follow safely. First, choose something stable to hold for support. Stand near a wall or the edge of a kitchen counter about 1 arm length away. Keep your feet shoulder-width apart, toes pointing forward, knees soft, shoulders relaxed, and chin slightly tucked to align your spine. Focus your eyes on a point about 10 feet ahead. This will be your anchor for balance. Rest one hand lightly on the wall or counter just for reassurance not to hold your weight. Now shift your weight onto your left leg. Feel your left foot gripping the ground through 3 points, the heel, the ball of your big toe, and the ball of your little toe. Slowly lift your right foot a few inches off the floor, letting your toes relax and your ankles stay loose. Do not lock your standing knee, keep it soft like a spring supporting you. Draw your navel gently toward your spine, as if zipping up a jacket from your pelvis to your belly button to activate your core. Inhale for 2 imagined steps, hold for 2, then exhale for 4, just like in Sampo. Count softly 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. If your body sways a little, that is normal. Your brain is sending hundreds of adjustment signals. Let your breath guide you back to center. When you feel steady, lift your hand away from the support, but keep it close in case you need it. Hold for 10 to 20 seconds for the first session. Repeat 3 times on each side. The goal is 1 minute per leg twice a day. If this is too hard, take 1 safe step back. Place the toes of your right foot on the floor like a kickstand and lift only the heel. Or switch to a tandem stance with your right toes placed directly in front of your left heel. Stand still for 20 seconds, then change sides. When you are stable, you can progress. Gently turn your head left 3 times, then right 3 times. Raise both arms up and lower them slowly. Stand on a folded towel so your feet receive more sensory input. Do everything slowly and keep the breath smooth. There are 3 things to avoid. First, do not hold your breath. Your breath is the thread that ties you to steadiness. Second, do not tense your shoulders or lean forward. Keep your ears away from your shoulders and your breastbone gently open. Third, do not lock the knee of the standing leg. Keep it soft so the joint stays nourished. If you have knee or hip pain, shorten the time, lower the lift of the free leg, and stand closer to the wall. If you have a history of dizziness, practice with a family member nearby, and stop if anything feels off. I remember Carol, who turned this practice into her morning toothbrushing ritual. She stood on one leg while brushing the right side, then switched legs while brushing the left, and day by day, her brain and ankles seemed to reset. You can try it too. It is natural and easy to remember. When you finish, lower your foot, circle your ankles a few times, loosen your knees, and relax your shoulders. Tell me how long you held, which leg felt steadier, and where you still felt a wobble or tightness. Leave a comment about what you noticed in your ankles, your hips, and your breath. I read every line, so I can adjust the pace and the routine to fit your body. We are helping your brain and muscles remember their balance instinct day by day, gently and kindly. Once your brain and ankles have awakened with the single leg stand, we return to a very human posture, one your body knew as a child and quietly forgot as an adult. It is the deep squat. I will stay with you step by step so you can practice safely right in your living room. First, prepare your space. Choose a corner near a wall or a countertop for support. Place a sturdy chair 1 step behind you in case you need to sit and rest. If your heels do not reach the floor, roll a small towel or use 2 thin books under your heels for a slight lift. Barefoot on a mat is ideal because your feet will sense the ground more clearly. Stand tall with your feet a little wider than shoulder width and your toes turned slightly out like a clock pointing to 10 and 2. Take a long breath in, release your shoulders, and gently draw your navel toward your spine to wake up your core. Look forward, not too low and not too high. Now send your hips back as if reaching for the edge of a chair. Bend your knees slowly. Shift your weight to the middle of your feet and keep your heels on the floor. Reach both arms forward for balance, as if holding a light ball. Lower yourself gradually until your thighs and belly lightly touch or to your most comfortable range. Keep your back long, chest open, and knees tracking the same direction as your toes, not collapsing inward. Let your breath lead the way. Lower on a long exhale so the body softens. Pause at the bottom and count softly 4 to 6. Then press through the outer edges and the heels of your feet to rise on an inhale, slow and steady. If going deep is hard, pause at a half squat for the first few sessions. If you lose balance, touch your fingertips to the wall or place one hand on the back of a chair, just a light touch to reassure your brain. When you reach a comfortable bottom position, you can rest there as many Japanese elders do. Feel both soles grip the floor, your ankles open, your hips unwind, and your lower back gently lengthen. Inhale and notice your belly expand into the sides of your waist. Exhale and feel your spine grow longer and your pelvic floor lift very lightly as if holding a drop of water. Start with 10 to 20 seconds each time, repeat 3 to 5 times. Aim for a total of 2 minutes per day divided into several rounds. This is not a strength contest, it is a practice in listening. A few small tips make everything easier. If your heels keep wanting to lift, keep the towel under them a while longer. If your knees click or feel uncomfortable, turn your toes a little more outward and take a wider stance while gently sending the knees toward the second and third toes. If your lower back tightens, do not go as low and keep your chest open as if a beam of light were shining between your collarbones. When you rise, do not bounce, press through the heels and outer feet, draw the navel in lightly and come up slowly. If you tire, sit on the chair, rest, and circle your ankles before trying again. I remember James, who used his dining table as a support. Each time the kettle warmed, he would do a few slow squats, and soon his hips felt less stiff, his lower back eased, and even putting on socks in the morning became simpler. I believe your body will respond when you give it this chance. Try it today. Tell me in the comments how deep you could go, whether you needed a towel under your heels, and how your knees or hips reacted. I read every line to tailor the practice to your body and your home. We are relearning how to rest, like in childhood, peaceful and steady. After your body relearns this natural way of resting in a squat, we move into a quiet yet powerful ritual using only a clean towel and 2 calm minutes. Stand with me now and we will twist the towel to wake the deep muscles along your spine, open your chest, and soothe your nervous system. Choose a thin bath towel long enough that when your hands are shoulder width apart, you feel a gentle tension. Stand 1 step from the wall in case you feel lightheaded, feet shoulder width apart, knees soft, and the crown of your head reaching upward so your spine feels long and light. Hold the towel at shoulder height with your palms facing down and pull outward lightly as if trying to tear it just enough to wake the upper back muscles. Inhale through your nose, letting the air spread into your belly and the sides of your ribs. Keep a brief hold then. As you exhale, slowly twist your torso to the right while your hips face forward and your eyes follow the edge of the towel. Stop where you feel a gentle stretch across the left chest and along your waist. Count 3 slowly, then inhale back to center. Repeat to the left using the same breath rhythm. Move like water, no jerks, no forcing your limits. If your shoulders are tight, lower the towel a little until your elbows can straighten comfortably. If your lower back is sensitive, gently engage your core by drawing the navel toward the spine before each twist, like fastening a light zipper in the lower belly to support your back. For beginners, practice 8 to 10 repetitions each side for a total of about 2 minutes. When you are comfortable, add a breathing pattern of inhale, 2 hold, 2 exhale, 4, so the breath guides a natural increase in range without tension. On low-energy days, you can practice seated on the edge of a chair. Plant both feet firmly on the floor, sit tall so your spine stays long, and follow the same cues for hands, towel, and breath. If your neck and shoulders tire easily, widen your grip slightly beyond shoulder width and relax your neck as if your collarbones were smiling. To increase the challenge, raise the towel a little higher, then add a diagonal twist, reaching the right hand across above the forehead when turning left and vice versa, while keeping the hips facing forward. Another option is to pause at the end of the twist for 3 counts and pulse the towel lightly with your breath. The small, constant tension wakes the deep fibers around the shoulder blades and the mid-back. Please remember 3 simple safety notes. Do not hold your breath because your breath is your guide. Do not sink too deep at the knees or arch the lower back. Keep the knees soft and the breastbone naturally open. Do not push the chin forward. Keep the back of the neck long so the cervical joints feel free. If you feel dizzy, stop, sit down, take a few calm breaths, and resume later. To finish, release the towel, place 1 hand on your chest and 1 on your belly. Inhale as your chest opens and exhale as your shoulder blades drop like falling leaves. I once guided Margaret to practice the towel twist each evening before bed. After just 2 weeks, her shoulders felt looser, she slept more deeply, and her neck no longer felt heavy in the morning. I believe your body will answer in the same gentle way. Try it today, then tell me in the comments which side turned more easily, which shoulder still felt tight, and whether your breath flowed smoothly. I read every line to adjust the rhythm to your age, your joints, and your home. We are renewing ourselves with 1 towel and 2 minutes of full presence. After your shoulders have opened with the towel and your breath has settled like still water, we go deeper into the fundamental movement of independence. This is the transition from standing to the floor and back to standing. Imagine I am right there in your living room speaking slowly so you can follow along. The goal is not speed or appearance. The goal is safety, smoothness, and presence in each step. First, prepare a quiet space with a clean floor or a yoga mat. Keep a sturdy chair nearby for help when needed. Stand tall, feet hip width, knees soft, shoulders relaxed. Take a long inhale to lengthen your spine. As you exhale, send your hips slightly back as if to sit on a chair. Place your hands on the chair or on your thighs to reassure your brain. Lower your knees slowly until one knee touches the mat. Lower the other knee. You are now kneeling. Inhale and feel your hips soften. Exhale, bring both hands to the floor in front. Shift your weight into your hands. Slide your feet back to sit briefly on your heels, then tip your hips to one side and lower your seat to the floor. Draw both legs forward. You are now sitting. Pause for a moment. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Inhale and feel your chest open. Exhale and let your lower back release. From here, choose the way up that suits you. The simplest is to return to a tall kneel. Place your hands on the chair, tuck one foot under your body to kneel on both knees. Press the soles of your feet into the floor, draw the navel gently in and lift your hips as if rising from a chair. When the standing leg is steady, step the other foot forward and come to standing. Breathe evenly and smile because your body is relearning a familiar path. If your knees are sensitive, place a thin pad under them. If your hips feel tight, widen your stance while kneeling so the hips have room to breathe. If you feel dizzy, pause at each stage for a few breaths until your heartbeat settles before moving on. Do not rush. Do not force your limits. Adjust little by little as if teaching your body a gentle language it once knew and forgot. Once you are familiar with the movement, you can add a variation that enhances fine motor coordination. From a seated position, cross one leg in front and bend the other behind you. Place your hands near your hips, lean toward the front leg, and push up into a half kneel, then stand fully. Next time, switch sides, so both hips work evenly. Keep the same breathing pattern. Lower down as you exhale to keep the body soft and safe. Rise as you inhale to let the body lift naturally. Each day, you only need 2 or 3 transitions down and up like this, dividing them throughout the day. When you are steady, link them together in a continuous flow for 1 or 2 minutes. The most important thing is to keep the spine, long knees aligned with toes and soles of the feet grounded like 3 anchors. Everything moves slowly and steadily. I remember James said that after 3 weeks, picking something up from the floor was no longer a worry. That sense of independence returned like in his youth. I believe your body will also say thank you when you practice this movement again. Try it today and tell me in the comments. Which part was difficult? Did your knees or hips react? How did you prefer standing up from kneeling or from cross-legged sitting? I will read every line to adjust the rhythm and small tips to fit your body and your home. We are retraining the path back to independence, one breath and one touch of the floor at a time. After your body has relearned how to sit down and stand up smoothly, we will close the session with a classic Japanese breathing rhythm. I want you to return with me to the hara, the area below your navel, where martial artists call the center of strength and peace. When the hara is calm, the mind is calm. When the hara is warm, the limbs move freely and sleep becomes deeper. Now find a stable seat on the edge of a chair or on a mat or stand if your back feels better that way. Place your feet firmly on the floor, knees aligned with hips, and imagine a thread lifting the crown of your head toward the sky. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Let your tongue rest lightly on the upper palate just behind your front teeth. Place your right hand 2 or 3 fingers below your navel and your left hand gently on your chest to feel the flow of air. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. I will count with you. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts and let your belly expand as if inflating a small balloon. Hold for 2 counts, giving your diaphragm time to settle down. Then exhale through your mouth slowly for 6 counts, with lips gently closed as if blowing a warm breeze. As you exhale, imagine your belly flattening your ribs, closing your shoulders, dropping, and your heart smiling. Repeat 10 rounds. If you find it hard to send air down to your belly, try this small trick. As you inhale, think of pulling the air toward your lower hand below the navel. As you exhale, imagine a wave receding gently from the lower belly to the navel, then to the chest and out into space. If that still feels difficult, place a light book on your belly and feel it rise as you inhale and fall as you exhale. Within a minute or 2, your body will remember. The breath becomes smoother when the body relaxes in the right places. Check 3 points. 1. The forehead. If it wrinkles, lengthen your exhale by 1 count and soften your eyes as if looking at a distant sky. 2. The shoulders. If they lift, imagine placing a warm stone on each collarbone and let the stones make the shoulders fall. 3. The belly. If it does not expand on the inhale, reduce tension in your chest and gently guide the air downward with your mind. People with high blood pressure can use a lighter rhythm: inhale 4, hold 1, exhale 6. Those who struggle with sleep can practice at night before bed. After 10 rounds, place your hands on your heart, whisper a thank you to your body for walking with you through life. If you are standing, move into a seated position to close the practice. Bow your head slightly as if greeting an old friend. I once watched Margaret use Hara breathing whenever she felt anxious. She said that after just 3 rounds, her neck and shoulders felt lighter. I believe when you practice regularly, your body will respond with deep sleep and brighter mornings. Try it tonight. Afterward, tell me in the comments where you felt the breath most clearly, in the lower belly or the chest. Did you struggle with the 2-second hold or with the 6-count exhale? I read every line to fine-tune the timing, the counting, and the posture for you. We are learning to breathe like the Japanese, slowly, deeply, softly, and steadily, and each breath is a circle of renewal. When you place your hand on your belly and close the Hara breathing circle, I want you to rise gently as if lifting a new morning. We have traveled together through 7 simple movements. From the piano notes of Radio Taiso, the calm steps of Sampo, the focus of standing on one leg, the grounding of squatting, the warmth of the towel twist to the gentle path from floor to standing, and the final return of the breath to all center. Do you see? Your body has remembered its own language. Living well at this age is not a race against time, it is a choice to be present in each rhythm. If you want to start tomorrow morning, I will be here to guide you through a 15-minute flow that is complete yet gentle. Open a window or play soft music. Stand tall, smile at your body. For the first 3 minutes, join me in Radio Taiso. Stretch your arms, roll your shoulders, bend softly, lift your knees. Inhale to open the chest, exhale to let the tension fall. Then move into Sampo for 7 to 8 minutes with the 2-2-4 rhythm. Inhale for 2, hold for 2, exhale for 4. Each step is a thank you to your feet, your knees, your heart. When your body is warm, stand near a wall to practice standing on one leg. 20 to 30 seconds each side, repeat twice. Keep your eyes on one point and let your breath keep you steady. Then lower into a few gentle squats, exhaling as you descend, pausing at the bottom, then rising on the inhale. Just a few rounds, and your hips and ankles will open like doors freshly oiled. Next, take your familiar towel, hold it at shoulder height, pull lightly to awaken the deep muscles, and twist side to side with long breaths. Only 2 minutes, but your shoulders will warm, your chest will open, and your upper spine will move like water. Finally, bring yourself down to the floor and stand up once more smoothly. Feel your hands support you, your feet anchor you, and your spine lengthen like a bright thread. Before finishing, sit or stand quietly for 1 minute and take 3 deep belly breaths. The belly rises on the inhale and falls on the exhale. The mind calms with the flow. That is all. No equipment, no sweat, only a clear intention to be kind to your body today. The Japanese do not practice to escape aging, they practice to live each remaining day fully. You can do the same right where you are. Begin with 1 movement, 1 breath, 1 choice. I want to hear from you. As you follow the video, which part feels the most pleasant? Which part feels challenging? Did your knees or hips have something to say? Did the Sampo breathing rhythm fit your pace? How long could you hold the one-leg stand? Write to me in the comments. I read every word and will adjust the timing, duration, and safety tips so this program fits your body perfectly. Who knows? Your small story might inspire someone else to begin. And who knows? Today might already be the day you grow younger.